In the Western Cape, the mother of missing 6-year-old Joshlin Smith, her boyfriend, and their friend are back in court as the high-profile trial enters day 4. The trio were arrested after Smith went missing from outside her home in Saldanha Bay in February last year. Yesterday, the friend, Stefano van Rijn, detailed claims of police torture during his interrogation. A month after Smith's disappearance, Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi sat through those proceedings and now joins us live from Saldanha Bay. A very good morning to you, Nasiphi. I want to start off here. So the state requesting that there will be an inspection in loco. Do we know why they're asking for this?
Well, Aldrin, what I can say is that listening to the brief testimony of the station commander yesterday, detailing the work of the police, including the fact that they had established VOC, the involvement of the community, including community structures such as Neighborhood Watch and CPF, and the various areas that police said they visited, I suppose that could be the reason why, to also paint a clearer picture for the court as they're going to be making their decision after the month-long trial. But Aldrin, just to go back about a year ago, on the 6th of March 2024, the police released a statement where they were indicating that Western Cape detectives have questioned or have taken in and are questioning 4 people in connection with the disappearance of Joshlin. If you remember, this was at the time where the community was also up in arms, asking police why are they pulling back on resources. And it was on this day that police announced to the media that 4 people have been taken in. We now know those 4 people being the mother of Joshlin, Kelly Smith, her boyfriend, Jacqueline Apollos, and also Stefano van Rijn, who's their friend. And yesterday, as you put it, all 3 of the accused detailing and explaining to the court why on Monday they pleaded not guilty. However, what one took away from those explanations was the fact that that particular day, the 19th of February 2024, was a drug-fueled day for all 3 of the accused, and how they admitted to having used drugs not once, not twice, but about 3 or even more times. And the person that was taking care of Joshlin and her brother that morning, he also admitted that he was smoking drugs throughout the course of the day, and only says that he returned home on the 20th of February around 1 o'clock in the morning, which was when Kelly arrived with the police during load shedding. And it was only then, around 1 o'clock that morning, that he found out, and it was confirmed that Joshlin was indeed missing. And just hours later that morning, on the 20th, the community, including the police, had come together to start searching for the little girl. We heard from the station commander yesterday afternoon that about 200 community members formalized and formed part of the search. We know later on that police had also deployed drone services, the K9 unit, and we know also from the communication from the Saldanha Bay mayor that at some point they reached out to the city of Cape Town to assist them in capacitating them with resources. That is when the rubber ducks were deployed, and we had both aerial, land, including sea searches for the little girl. However, a year later, we are back in Saldanha Bay, and the trial resumes. However, police are yet to still locate the missing 6-year-old.
Yeah. And was the lawyer for the accused, one of the accused, Stefano, able to explain the nature of the alleged torture that took place in forcing them to confess to trafficking Joshlin?
Well, Aldrin, if you remember last year, the 4 people that police had arrested, or rather taken in for questioning today, last year, a year ago, the state at some point withdrew charges against the fourth accused before arresting another accused, Laurentia Lombard, who ultimately turned state witness, and the state withdrew charges against her. But going back to the four accused, the fourth accused, who initially was arrested with the three that are currently before court now, we had an opportunity to speak to her last year when the charges were withdrawn, and she detailed a very grim picture as to how the police allegedly tortured her to a point where she felt like she was coerced by police to admit that she did something that she claimed she knew nothing of, and that was to say what she had done with Joshlin. And yesterday we heard a repeat of that conversation that we had last year. Jacqueline Apollos, including Stephen Van Ryn, detailing how the police handled them, saying that not only did they use heavy-handedness, but also the police brutality. At some point, Stefano, and this is going to be a bit graphic, he does say that he was taken near the beach after police had tortured him, took him out of the back of the police van where they had him handcuffed. At some point, he says they opened his mouth rather, and forced a gun and said to him that if he doesn't say what happened to Joshlin, then they are going to kill him, bury him in the sand, or throw him into the ocean. So they were detailing to us how the police allegedly brutalized them. And after hours of torture, they are saying that they were both handcuffed and put in a police van where they spent the night in that particular police van.